home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Miami's offense takes the field. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force feed him.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback extends the play. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air. It's Gandy. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders at 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field. Don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
So Stanford's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Paul.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free and they're going to destroy your game.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looking to throw, it's Gandy. Under fire. Touchdown, Hurricane. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Stanford quickly to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right, Jesse? It's really fun to be that team at the middle towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoiler.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
They booted away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Looking to throw, it's Gandy. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Stanford!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. Turns it on in midfield. Here he goes. He's at the touchdown, Canes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Addison. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Reels it in down the left side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's how you have a short man. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened, and you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. And they'll try to break the seal on the 2nd quarter by putting 3 on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Gandy. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Here's the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll run this play from the pistol. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that single to the ground.
Shotgun snap on third down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
When we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one, they knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run it. Fighting off the defender. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 45, on his way. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking downfield, it's Addison. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He'll start this drive going to the air. Lets it fly. Brings it in down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Gandy. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Stanford quickly to the line.
And 1st down for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down.
1st down for the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Works the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Ramsey. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looking for a man. It's Gandy. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense will quickly use a timeout. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Makes the catch. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Stanford, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. He lets it fly. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive.
Going for it all. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Gandy. Looking to the big tight end. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Canes will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now on first down from the 28. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Addison. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right on the money. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Stanford, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kicker. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Scanning the field, it's Addison. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Gets the back moving. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The kick is on its way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
To throw, it's Addison. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ramsey. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away. Got his man on the right. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Wants to throw on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami! This is like the baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Green 25.
Looking downfield, it's Gandy. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
3rd and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up 4th down.
Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time. Turning it on! Past the 1st down marker and still running. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
First down for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he'll avoid the tackle on the slide.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Catches it at the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Quarterback takes a knee. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. After not really playing their best earlier this season,